Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn bottom left side is the magenta Ottoman, we got liquid DeMu. Spawn top right side is the orange Holy Roman Empire, we got EL.loueMT. This map is a very close distance there. My apologies, you may hear my drink opening on up. Additionally, there's also the initial free, how to put it, merchant camps here to get a little bit of gold generation. 25 gold per minute if I remember correctly. No, it's 15 of each resource, is not too bad. Barring stone, which probably the Ottoman player would definitely want to get. But we do have now spearmen being employed in the fields, keeping this area very well secure. And rather than using a military academy to get them very well secure that way. Both sides should probably eye for relatively early stone walls here as soon as they can. Of course, that is an H2 structure. There's plenty of stone back here as well, so I think the Ottoman player should eye for some stone walls as well as get his military academies up and going. There is a decent amount of gold here and here. There's a lot of resources on the map, but the very short rush distance between the two capitals is quite significant. Got the Aachen Chapel being employed in the field. Aachen Chapel does provide plus 40% collection rate around the entire structure, as long as it present garrison on the inside, which is very, very significant. Also going to be next to the gold deposit, getting a lot of extra gold. This is a small gold deposit though. That is a 1,600 gold deposit. That's a pretty small one there, so that would be rapidly consumed. Maybe we're going to try a faster castle. And with this short distance, I don't know if a fast castle is a good idea. Magenta is gone for a heavy number of spearmen in the field. He's going for the local doggos. I forgot about this aspect of the game. If you kill off the wolf den, it gives you 150 gold. And you'll get a handful of doggos there. One to grab the pointy sticks that they're carrying. Throw them the stick and they'll be very nice and happy. Look up and drawing these wolves around. It looks like it does get it set ablaze. A nice quick 150 gold there, get enough gold to age on up. Which is going for Twin Minaret Metaris. Aachen Chapel here. And looks like Orange is not going for a decent amount of wood. So maybe it's going for a rush. We do have a barracks in the field. So honestly, let's see, the faster resource collection is very strong for rushes. As well as the Minwork Palace gives access to cheaper blacksmith upgrades and can be incredibly powerful as well. Particularly for the fact that he also has access to Age 2 mana arms, which are some of the best units in the game. And there's nothing much the Ottomans could really do to hard counter it other than Spahi. And that's not even a hard counter. But it looks like Magenta is playing the looting the wolves there. Make sure their pups can no longer go to Kulig. Oh, in this case, he's Ottoman, so Madrasa, how do you pronounce the Islamic universities? Masadra? Huh, it says university. I thought they had the Ottoman name for it. Maybe I'm going crazy. I could have sworn it was the other name for the Ottomans. Got a decent number of spearmen and archers there. Do you have now the hardened spearmen? Holy Roman Empire player can of course go for his feudal age man arms. Incredibly powerful unit in this age. Though this force does have the heightened movement speed thanks to 3 marching drills. And he can decapture this while there are structures nearby. I don't know why I thought it possibly couldn't decapture it. No hardened spearman up. Oh no, we do have the hardened spearman upgrade for the Ottoman player. For his first vizier point, he has gone for Anatolian Hill, get him 10 sheeple as well as improved mining rate. Archers picks off a sheep. 2 sheep down. 3 sheep down. And 4 sheep down. We do have now blacksmith being established there. Won't provide too much of an ore benefit because it's not too much building terrain up there. So interesting spot for a blacksmith. No basic walls here just yet. We do have some basic walls here. Got the barracks being torched on down. House is already burned down to the ground. He's a bit of a homewrecker. And now we do have a military academy here and here. So there's his 2 military academies in the field. Of course, can get the 3 this age. If he goes for the 0 point for increasing the capacity. Can't say exactly what he should invest his next 0 point into. Now actually finally collect up gold from his natural 1,600 gold deposit. Tiny gold deposit. Orange has also obtained both of these merchant guilds, effectively giving 1 additional villager worth of income. +1 damage now on the way, and wheelbarrow has been established. No meter to support out this force. A meter would be a pretty good force multiplier. He does have 1 to build queue. 1, it's from the military school. Does decapture the abandoned observation post. Of course, it was abandoned by his opponent, hence the name Abandoned Outpost. We got survival techniques now being researched by Orange. And this will be captured up by Orange. I forgot that the model there does not change color. It's just a neutral, indestructible, untargetable entity. Overall, mass archers seem like a good composition for both sides. Spearmen would be good against the opponent's cavalry if they ever deployed out any. Ottoman player does have a meter on the field, providing him +1 range armor. Very nice. Does have his blacksmith upgrade as well, or not yet. Being upgraded now. Orange has +1 damage. Magenta has +1 damage, both going for +1 range armor. And now we've got the Sipahi moving down south as well. One Sipahi won't matter all too much. He has 5 villagers on the buried deposits. I think usually 4 is magic number. Maybe, not sure. Magenta's now advances his way forward. No siege engineers. And not too many spearmen for torches. Regnig's Cathedral not being blown field. Orange will be eyeing to get out a good enough, or try to grab those relics. This may be a good actually possibility of stone walls as a possible deployment item, or not stone walls, stone towers. They will complement those stone walls. And Magenda's not pushing forward. 5 without the first upgrade is enough at 0 bears. Ah, got it. Wait. I thought the... Okay, it does not apply to hunted meat. It does apply to berries. Got it. Thanks. Just most of the time, I guess most part of the game, you generally just have to use 4 villagers. Oh, we got the first, second Vizier point. And it does go from +1 military campus. That's base is stable. The only time we would get a good number of these is if you go for the Istanbul Imperial Academy, or whatever it's called, Imperial Palace, where it increased the number of max Vizier points from 5 to 9, right? Or was it 8? which actually makes it actually a pretty nice landmark if you want to get a lot of good benefits here. Primarily if you want to get a lot of passive buffs such as siege crews and trade bags. Can't get both of those. Oh no, I suppose you can get both. But either way, do have now the elite archer a veteran archer upgrade now being researched by the Holy Roman Empire player. Getting the games mixed on up, which one's which. Hidden Imperial Army now being researched. Which, of course, will give him free siege weapons, since Holy Roman Empires tend to known to have really good mana arms. I have a good feeling mass springballs would be quite nice right there. Though Mangonels wouldn't be half bad at the moment as well, so either those two options. Or maybe just go for some free trebuchets, try to siege down the town center. I think one of the Wee Pals can probably attack from the low ground. Right now, Magetta's an army of 38 to 45. Of course, got the Meters here for a force multiplier. More Meters, more Sapahi. Archers. Orange getting a lot of free damage here. Thanks to Martian drills, he's able to get a lot of extra shots on him due to the higher mobility. Man arms would be quite nice at the exact moment. And don't require any veteran upgrades. Did take out another villager there. Sometimes when the arrows fly and target a unit that just got inside the garrison, it can track him. The problem is sort of wish they did the marker system like in Couple Years 2 for various garrison units. And that way they can justify range units have their original attack while other units will just get basic arrows. The marker system, I'm pretty sure, does exist when it comes to, say, the tower elephants. Spy straightforward, does get a scout there. Spy backing on off, not much they can do here. We got the defense range armor active at the moment. Doesn't have the range armor upgrade just yet. His one has both +2 range damage and armor at the moment. Good spear brace there. And looks like the Meters are still providing the buff nearby. Man arms right now 6 armor. These veteran archers have 9 damage. Spahis do go on down. All the man arms are there. No, still a decent number of them there. Maganel on the build queue from the Mahid Imperial Armory. That's something really nice as well. Got to switch over to so there we go. How far does the advanced observation post seize exactly? Roughly that far. Nothing too significant. Another Vizier point. Goes for the advanced camp academies. Pretty much just default stuff. I think Antonian Hills is usually the most popular of the first 3. Military campuses, effectively a staple, must be selected once per game. Same thing with advanced academy as well. Because it's your real economic benefits in the Ottoman is able to fabricate units directly with the military schools, as opposed to just getting better collection rates. Though they do have trade bags, an excellent trade upgrade, making them compete for one of the better traders in the game. Definitely well above default. Does also start to rival Mongol trade as well. We do have now the Palisade Gate receiving dead damage. Sabahi taking a bit of fire there. Handful more Sabahi on the field. Got some more spearmen. Man arms should still be plenty effective versus Sabahi. We'll go for 2 up-handed upgrade, 200 weapons upgrade. Doesn't need the heavy weapons just yet because of the lack of armored targets for them to smash their maces into. Maganel advanced before, trying to get a volley off on the archer. Magetta does have a good position there, mostly just archers, however. Good hit there by the Maganel. And bit of all there. Getting out the Swahi and the archers push forward. Goes ahead and barrage some of these towns or houses there. Does have relics at this garrison. Has obtained 4 relics, giving him a lot of extra gold income. Units getting run in piecemeal, so they can pick apart one at a time. Also has a significant number of archers on the field. 28 and has 7 more on the build kill, going for more man-at-arms. And Magenda's going to mix in some crossbowmen. And not targeting the barracks there, trying to target down the walls to make a larger opening. 2 mangonels in the field, very nice. And the gate has been broken, or not gate, wall. Throwing some rounds of this barracks. Magenta or Orange does not have too many production structures level 1. It is getting some more in the back line. Two-handed weapons on the way. Emergency repairs onto the barracks there would top off its health. What upgrade is this? Monasteries become self-sufficient, working to lands of the lay brothers. Villagers can now drop off resources in monasteries. Brothers can garrison in monasteries to inspire all villagers, increasing their gathering speed. Has this upgrade always been in the game, or was this some sort of recent upgrade? I don't remember this one. And again, I haven't really cast too many Holy Roman Empire games in this current patch. And I don't think I've actually really casted a game with Black Riders just yet either. Got some stone walls there. This is one of the few maps where stone towers could be quite nice. It will also make it so you can get on top of the walls without needing a gate. Though these wooden walls are a problem the way of building the stone towers, though I actually don't know if anything could collide with stone towers placement. The gate has been set ablaze. Magnos will take a bit of time to shore this. Got a big line economic upgrades for the Ottoman player. Villagers migrating to this wood deposit. Those things already consumed all the wood in his land. Magenta still has some wood down here, and also got established a secondary town center. Bringing these cathedrals here, has 3 relics looking inside of here, going for more defensive towers along this flank. Magno is slowly whittling down this stone wall. They're more of a soft counter. Not even really a soft counter, but able to damage walls, unlike most units. Another Vizier point's almost available, and there's a lot of things he could do this one. He has access to everything now. 2 more Vizier points for him. I'm always a bit more biased towards the static or permanent buffs, such as siege crews and trade bags. The Great Bombard, of course, will be weaker in this age, and Janissary can probably be a one-time deployment. Which he's fighting his good number of archers there and no cavalry, so probably not a good idea to go for a Janissary company. I can understand going for an early Great Bombard, but maybe siege crews wouldn't be half bad. These horse archers do fire 2 arrows each. They're effectively a DPS archer, which probably won't be super great versus the man-at-arm composition. So I don't think the, however you pronounce this name, the horse archer, Kinenji, would be a good idea. He spots all the 2-handed weapon man-at-arms. No heavy weapons just yet. He doesn't need it at the moment. And another Vizier point is available. And has... Don't worry about the 0 there. But appears he's not selecting anything just yet. Orange finds more Sipahi. And, oh, he went for Field Works. I sort of disagree with that. I think it's a little bit too weak for at this point in time. It will give his E-Mons a bit of AoE healing. And now the Autumn player has managed to age up. From Hidden Imperial Army is likely going to switch over to Great Bombarder production relatively soon, but maybe just Spring Guard production would be fine. Elite Sipahi upgrade, as well as Greased Axles. Orange has claimed every single relic, effectively giving him 160 gold per relic. Which is that? Yep, just as I thought, all of his gold income is passive. As opposed to his opponent right now who has 20% or 25% more with 22 villagers. So that's the rough comparison. 1,000 versus 800, 22 versus 0. So if we're going to assume, let's just say, plus 16 villagers thanks to gold income, they are... looks like Orange does have an economic advantage. Palace of Swabia now being employed in the field, allowing them to fabricate villagers a little bit more effective. So this may be actually a good map to go for the Elksbach Palace due to the close difference between these two. Got a regular outpost there. I do genuinely believe Stone Towers would be a good call. I think Stone Towers also have, what, they have like a similar health and DPS to keeps, right? They're actually surprisingly cost efficient in comparison to keeps. Which they probably should be cost efficient than keeps. Looks like there is a bit of an opening there. Elite probably goes back on. Heavy weapons being researched now. 5 Black Riders can be summoned on the field. Elite range, elite man-at-arms, or elite archers and man-at-arms. I don't want to say some age mythology terminology like elite range units or champion range units. Spearmen now engaging. They will be a keep here. Got some more lands connecting the field. In order to deploy out the, Black Riders is from the archery range, right? They are a heavy range cavalry. I can't tell you how effective they are. They do cost 300, so very expensive. You can now deploy out 5 in the field. 2 of them are witch, so it looks like I'm finally going to see a Black Rider. Was that one of them? That seems awfully purple. I apologize, this is Pahi. Elite research almost complete. One village does go down. 2 Black Riders now pulling the field. Here they are. Heavy range gunpowder unit. They have 4/4 armor. In comparison to Knights, which have 5/5. So they have good armor. But they have Sipahi level armor. They do offer 45 damage and a crossbow attack speed and 4 range. So in other words, they're a pretty good mobile mounted unit. Probably just good for general fire support. Has a cavalcade ability. Moves sensitive fire and can fire while moving for 30 seconds. So Mega Dive Black Rider. Sipahi trying to get some more of these range units there. We got a number of units engaging. Good number of man-at-arms stopping, trying to pursue these Maganels. Maganels getting repaired on up by the villagers, and looks like he will save the Maganels, and Sipahi will be going on down. Orange has a higher destroyer value at the moment, so he's doing very well so far this game. But he's also been a bit more defensive this game. It is classified as a range unit as well as heavy unit, which means Sipahi will be a counter to him, as well as crossbowmen. You see that it's taking quite a bit of damage there. Sipahi and Maganels push way forward. got archers and spring bolts also firing away. Orange army does fall back, Spahi pushing along the flank. Sipahi push away forward, getting some damage on these forces. We do have the Fortitude ability activated. No, that's just better attack speed as a glow. Orange right now has 54 archers, Magenta has 41, so they both have a significant amount of archers. It looks like both sides are not going for incendiary arrows. Janissaries firing away, archers are countered to the Janissaries. Elite Janissary upgrade now complete. Magano rolls and misses there. We're trying to hit the man-at-arms, not a great target though. Maganel's fire a very good volley there into the archer line, cleaving through a formation of them. Spearmen do go down there. And Janissary is firing away as well. Maganel, or Great Bombard, gets a massive hit there. Two very different units. Elite Spearman now being researched by the Holy Roman Empire player, still has one Lance Connect on the field. Orange is also segmenting off a good part of the map. He could eye for a handful of traders. A small number is all he may require just to make sure he has infinite gold income along with his relics. However, he does have plenty of gold infinite borders at the moment with this 8,000 gold deposit secured. But I think 10 could be a good number to try to go for a little bit earlier on. Just to make sure so he doesn't really have to worry about obtaining gold income for the rest of the game. With all 5 relics, he's going to have great gold income. Hopefully also goes for Tide Farms. 6-side victory in favor of Magenta. All 3 6-sides are pretty close to each other. Magenta's going to be eyeing for a round of stone walls here as well. You can also obtain some Ronin. There are 12 charges of Ronin, which will be 1,200 amount of gold. If I remember correctly, Ronin, if I remember correctly, they're more of a fast infantry unit that are class of a heavy, but the armor's not too great. Their main capability is that they are fast, but they're largely not really cost-effective. We can always go for them. Zep pop kept them on, so can't deploy them out. But could give them a quick way to get a round of reinforcements summoned. Man-arms charging the way forward. They do have the same movement speed as archers, or slightly less than archers and spearmen. Spahi slowly ruling them down as they start running, trying to find some villagers. The armor attack is on the way for Orange. And it looks like I just not even got. Oh, now I'm for plus 3 range damage for the moment. Spearmen find these stone miners. Villagers loop back on the far side of the wall. Very nice. The second site may be decaptured. Has 8 minutes, 4 seconds remaining, and we've got incendiary arrows now researched by Magenta, which usually you see a good Janissary amount of play, but that may be not the case this game. I always feel like Janissaries and hand cannon units are a little bit weak this patch due to how the bonus versus light gunpowder units nowadays. Chemistry now being researched by the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, I can easily understand that with this. This is a map design I think is usually not exactly well liked in most RTS games. I remember seeing a lot of times, like in say, Tiberium Wars and Kane's Wrath, where map designs where the bases are close by each other are not usually well liked. And then again, that game has aircraft. In this game, it's roughly the same aspect, just a lack of aircraft. Spying up, trying to pursue these spearmen and man-at-arms. Villagers getting hit by a Lance Connect. And most of these forces will be cleaned up, they're just superior numbers fight. These forces are advancing with a good number of Mangonels here. Not Mangonels, Springbolts, and Mangonels. We got now the Black Rider firing away. It looks like Black Rider does not get affected by, wait, no, that was chemistry. Of course, it does not get affected by chemistry. What if it gets affected by the Serpentine Gunpowder? Of all the units that could be affected by Serpentine Gunpowder, Black Riders maybe should be one. Though that could be a very powerful cavalcade, but able to get faster movement speed while also fire while moving. Starting slowly build on down. Great bombard on the field. It's a very fine bombard. Spearmen engaging the Spahi. I think Spearmen should win this fight. Stones still being collected, but there's still 700 remaining. Is advancing forward and will blast through this keep. It does have a relic inside. We got a very, very large number of Mangonels. Magenta's starting to get a good number of Spahi on the field. They're pretty cheap and pretty good. They also cost wood rather than gold. Depends on the point of the game. Can be quite nice, but it looks like Magenta still has some decent amount of gold inside the field. In fact, the Ottoman player hasn't really gone for too heavy gold composition, hasn't he? Has gone for archers and Spahi mostly. There's still a good number of archers in the field, which do have the senior arrows. So they're fully upgraded. He can always go into them and off of them. They're, of course, not super pop efficient when it comes to late game armies, but they are still a very good counter unit in the late game. It will counter the expensive Hand Cannoneer and the common Spearman. Great bombarders getting hit by the various siege weapons there. Orange is a pretty sizable siege force. Archers slow rolling down these Spearmen. Do you have a keep over here? Both sides had to pull out stone walls over here. Got a bit of a crossing the T there. I always wonder if people understand when I say crossing the T, if that is a nice way to describing it. By the way, got a good amount of damage there on the Mangonels. Spotty push way forward. Got some E-Mons mixed on in. Great bombarders trying to siege down some of, or smash down those weapons. Got Hand Cannoneers being put off by Orange as well. It does his Serpentine Gunpowder research. Bombarders hitting the Mangonels with the great bombarders needs a chemistry upgrade in order so they can double tap these siege weapons. Takes another Mangonel there. These guys are still being pursued. Got Pumbaa here. Janister is falling back. Magenta's army is starting to get disintegrated. He's having trouble remaxing. Has plenty of gold. Low out of wood. Has some food to work with. So he has a composition of resources meant for Janissaries. Janissaries right now have 25 damage. They don't have Serpentine Gunpowder for bonus damage against melee infantry, which actually is a bit of an issue proof right here. But they still have really good base damage and high rate of fire. No metro support out these folk. So Magenta is having a wood issue. He has plenty of lumberjacks over here. From Morsabahi, low in food and wood, plenty of gold, in an unusual circumstance. Villagers trying to collect some both berries. He does go for a round of trade. I wonder. He actually going for the trade bags upgrade. So he has excellent traders right now. The problem is not too many of them in the field, and his trade line is being threatened. Do these guys? They have Cavalcade active. You can see him made that holy man extra holy. But they do not get affected by Serpentine gunpowder. No appear to be affected by chemistry either. Wonder University by... That's blacksmith, markets, observatory. Looks like he does have actually chemistry researched. Just missing elite armory tactics, which is probably perfectly fine. Is any ground forces meant to be a meat shield? He's going for a good number spot. He has not too many resources in reserve. Orange has a decent amount of food in reserve and some wood and gold whip, but he's in a better position at the moment. Both players don't have super high villager production, villagers in the field, and both of them have ways to generate additional resources through relics and through the military academies. All 5 military academies are built in the field. Good volleys there. Mangonels striking some various forces. In the Janissaries is quite hard there. His Mangonels are on point. Lance connects being mixed on in. They are highly good at damage. They are light infantry, so they do get countered by archers. But they have very high damage, which even compete with other heavy units, such as the Kashik. Got the culverts picking off the great bombards. The Jedi's force is being quickly report over here. Having trouble remaxing. Oh, he is rapidly disintegrating. And the culverts does get picked off there. And I think Orange and Magenta right now are just chatting at the moment because the game appears to be over. Yeah, idle stuff. We're gonna fast forward since the game's ultimately over. Because right now Orange is... yeah, the game's over. Under fire, just leaving the Midris, and that is the end of the game. This Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.